pretty sure you're full of shit.
No, go back through and watch. You'll watch when you're editing it.
Andy, turn it off and...
Okay, hold on 1 second.
I don't think it's terribly difficult. It's just gonna be a fucking shit show.
Oopsies.
That gets kind of annoying.
I just hate that sometimes your jumps...
Oh boy. Sucks nothing gives you life in here.
Sometimes your jumps are, like,
Incomplete.
not high enough.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand why that is.
Yeah, I think the boxing glove things are just there to make you a smaller target.
Maybe.
That would be my assumption.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah, so you can kind of get around him.
Except
Because
there's
this
not
first
one
one
in
doesn't
here.
have one.
Yeah.
So, I mean... I don't know, dude. Oh, I was...
Run.
Shit.
Alright, get up, stomach.
Oh, boy. Alright, so that one was fake.
I hate saying this.
Yeah?
I think Anti was right. You do
What?
get a little bit of life back for...
Do you think?
I think so.
Maybe.
Because I was at 3 pegs taken off after
Alright.
he hit me.
Make
And
sure
I'm
you go
like-
all the way down.
Oh, yes.
Don't-
Thank you.
yeah,
Okay. Okay. So I think you do get a little bit of life back for doing
What the
that.
fuck is
Maybe.
doubting me?
I just...
I can't tell because you get hit.
It's,
I
it's
mean,
so hard to
yeah.
tell.
Yeah.
But also with that other one, he was dead,
Right.
and it's still that's why. To me, I think it was kind of a glitch that it.
We've played games before where you've gotten life back as you were dying,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it registered that you got life,
But you still died.
But you still died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the first time I've seen that happen.
This is gonna be rough to do fucking 4 times. You're gonna really have to be on your game with these fucking birds.
God damn it, I almost did it. Should I shrink?
I mean, it makes
know
you a
what?
smaller target. And it doesn't really change your speed or anything, it just makes it easier for you to evade.
That's true.
Wait a minute.
What?
Where is he in this room?
He's there. He's...
This is the first one you tried it on, right?
No. Well,
Wait,
this
you
was the
continued. So maybe the ones you've defeated are gone if you continue.
Maybe if you reveal him, it just reveals them. Oh.
Okay, go down.
Well, make sure you go down and
go down to the next.
I'm going down!
Well, making sure because
All right,
you're not.
Fallout
You're
boy.
not. Yeah, really, take it. Down, down, in an early round. Sugar, we're going
know what,
down
actually?
swinging.
Hold on a
No,
second.
no, no, no,
Stop it!
no!
No, what?
Just go!
I'm just trying to see if I can find another fucking bee!
There ain't no bees. You're being a bee.
Alright. Shit. Come on.
Yeah, maybe once you've taken them out and you continue, it just keeps them gone. You don't have to do it all.
Why
in
not?
one go.
It doesn't reset anything else every time
No,
you continue.
true.
progress in this game.
Oh
Look
my
what
God.
you did, you fuck.
What the fuck?
How did that happen?
I don't know. Why isn't this one dying? Why isn't this one dying?
There you go. Oh, boy.
Shit.
Well, we'll test that theory then. If that one in the first room's gone,
Alright.
we know you did it. Yeah, well, we'll know if he's in the room or not because you'll hear him bouncing around.
Oh, could you hear him on the bottom floor?
You could hear him.
Can you?
Yeah, yeah.
I wasn't really paying
I wasn't paying
until you
attention to
got
that
up
either.
closer.
No.
I don't hear him, but
Nope.
it might
Hold
be
on,
safe.
let's see. No. Yes.
Yeah.
He's right. You
Yeah.
can. All right, those two are done then.
So yeah, so basically you're gonna make progress every time. As long as you
beats
get up
one,
there, as
yeah.
long as you beat one.
As long as I beat one. God, you guys are fucking. You guys are.
No one wants to beat
Well, this is Power Trip. I'm just going.
You
hedging
guys
my
are just
bet.
making fun of me.
Show them how funky
I mean, I'm gonna do that no matter what. Even when you win, I'm gonna make fun of you.
That's true.
It doesn't matter who's wrong or right.
It does. You shut up.
Just beat it. You got this, dude.
All right, no glove. Don't need it.
Well, give him a second to let him. Yeah.
Oh, he takes more hits.
Could be the real one.
Well, no,
Yes, I did get some life back.
I think you have to destroy each. I think the fourth one is just always
There we
him.
go.
Nope. I looked at it. I looked at a couple of videos,
Nice job.
and nope.
Really?
Yep.
It's just luck of the draw?
It's random which one it is. Apparently, though. Unless if there's a way of
Cheating it?
forcing the game to make it be a certain one. Because that wouldn't surprise me. It's Nintendo. There's always exploits like that.
All right.
It wouldn't surprise me if you had to beat each one. Like, it just makes you do all four.
Speedruns would be, like, fucking legitimately ridiculously hard then.
Not really.
Because the speedruns, they come in here and they beat one and they're done.
That's weird.
It's a little bit too little too late. I'm doing really good against the birds.
Yeah, really.
Now.
Where were your skills before, bud? Well, now the question is, how many is the real fucking Mufasa gonna take?
Well.
Yeah, doing great against the birds.
Shut the fuck up! He got up all in my grill, and I couldn't do fucking shit about it.
Oh, boy.
Oops. I actually didn't even mean to do that, but I guess I'll take it. You know what?
It's gonna be scary, because he's gonna
gonna
take
be
so many
close.
hits.
No, I'm not gonna
Why
do
are you
that.
doing that?
I'm not gonna do it. I did just fine before.
Alright.
You fucker!
Definitely missed that one.
That bee!
Shit. Oh, right. You're not getting life for this now. Damn it. Come on, open up.
Boom!
There we go.
Eat it, sucker! Oh, it's a witch.
I like the jazz hands.
Fuck yeah! Look at the bubs!
There's my princess!
You bravely saved Castle Garden.
Thank you, Milon.
Thanks, Milon. Boom! And she's got the crown and the scepter. Crown and cane.
Good job, Paul.
Well, we figured it out. Well, Vanderhoff will be happy we at least struggled with the end here, trying to figure that out.
We did. What was the total time, though?
2 hours, 23 minutes.
Ah, all right. I guess not terrible.
No, not bad
That's
at all.
yeah.
Milon's Secret Castle, game 211.
Wow.
Nice job, dude. In the bank.
There it is.
Boom.
There it is.
Proud of you. Fuck.
I've got no words.
Honestly, that was easier than any of the other bosses.
That
in this
was
game.
honestly the. You're gonna laugh. The Redactyl.
Yeah.
Because that name is really sticking.
Thank you.
Honest to God, that was the hardest boss in the game.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that was the hardest boss. It seemed like the fireballs had a different trajectory that was harder to avoid and harder to predict where they were coming.
It was the perfect storm of him, and I think some of them did jump higher than others. Just the way, yeah, like you say, the way his fireballs shot and
But
how
the way
many
he jumped,
shot.
yeah, and the way he jumped, too.
It
Yeah.
just happened to coincide
just
perfectly
everything.
with how you were getting hit. Everything
Yeah.
else was past the mark. Everything was before the mark, so it was easier. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Redactyl was definitely the hardest one.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, nice job, man. So, let's get into it. Milon's Secret Castle. What would you give this game for a difficulty?
You know, for difficulty, I can see where the difficulty lies in this game. I think, honestly, if it wasn't for the unlimited continues that you get, that the instruction booklet itself tells you about.
Yes.
Where is it? Let me just see. Hidden items show crystal ball, demon room monster, other secrets.
I think it's under the crystal ball section.
Is it under the crystal ball section? Let me just.
I think it tells you after you get the first crystal ball.
When Milon defeats a demon monster, this crystal ball will strengthen Milon's bubble or make shooting distances longer. Milon must collect a total of 7. Nope. Here it is. Milon advanced into the game, but a careless mistake ended the game. In order to get a second chance, Hudson is glad to announce that there is a continuing option. So you can access this by this continuing option by pushing the left side of the movement control button and the start button. So it literally tells you Hudson themselves were proud to say that there is a continue feature.
Which they even did in Adventure Island. They told
did.
you that there was a secret thing you could find to allow you to continue.
They did. And if it wasn't for this continue, this game would be impossible. At least to me, this game is impossible. But I'm not going to put the difficulty curve based on what it could have been.
Right.
Honestly, I think what it is, the bosses, no, it's not going to be a 4. The bosses, the enemies, but more so just what to find, what to do, shooting everything to try to find hidden doors, hidden shops. It's tough, but it's not terribly difficult. So I would give this game a 6.
A 6?
As far as the difficulty goes. Maybe even a 5, but I say it's closer to that 6.
5, I can see. Because, like, the rooms themselves aren't bad. It's just the bosses.
For the most part. And
honestly,
the bosses don't even get tough until that redactyl. And
for the most part, it's literally, the only, like, challenging part. Yeah, figuring out where to go is, like, super, like, cryptic and... But it's not hard. No, it's not bad in that aspect. It's literally the bosses.
I think to be completely honest, Redactyl took me like 5-6 times before I actually beat him. But then outside of him, everything else was like 2 times or less. Yeah. Or maybe I think the skeleton one was like 3, maybe.
Okay, so yeah, my 4
that was
facetious.
2.
I would say 5 is where I would honestly put it. But
so
I'm also not the one playing.
What did we give Goonies 2?
You have the list.
I know, but I couldn't quite find it.
I don't know.
But
Goonies 2 was what game was that? That was like in the hundreds, wasn't it?
Yeah.
First 100?
No.
Oh, second 100?
I think it
140? 140s? But honestly, I mean, the game itself, I think it gets a lot of guff. But I think that the most difficult part of the game is just dealing with the controls.
I do actually have a
Goonies 2 we gave a 6.
It's no different than the Goonies.
I feel it's easier than the Goonies. I think Goonies 2 is harder than this.
Honestly, yes, because Goonies 2 gives you no direction whatsoever.
And you have to punch walls, and there's hidden... I would give this middle
5.
of the road.
I would say 5.
Yeah, honestly,
5, yeah.
I think 5 feels right.
I would feel comfortable giving it a 5. Because honestly, it's like...
It's a learning curve.
It is. But everything for how, like, the over map, as you call it, or the castle, is honestly really limited. There's not a lot of places that you can explore in this.
Not really.
And everything that, like, the hints are free. And the hints are actually, dare I say it, the hints are actually really applicable.
They're accurate.
They give you a lot of hints on what to do, and they lead you very accurately onto what the next step is.
It's no Castlevania 2.
No.
Where they tell you pray at edge of cliff.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the
At one
fuck
point,
are they
it's
talking
like,
about?
you get the one item after defeating the boss, it says, then put out the fire. It's like, oh, I remember that. There's this place that looked like a fireplace, and a flame that came out of it. Okay, I'll put that out. And then that you take it out, you go down the fireplace, and sure enough, you're at another boss. So it's like, I mean, it literally gives you the clues that you need in order to find them.
Especially when you get the saw, and it tells you you can go through windows, and everything makes sense.
The most difficult part is being able to find all of the secrets that every level holds, but each level individually is not really that long. It's just a box. Yeah. You are literally confined to this box, and that is your playground. It's really not that difficult.
I don't think it is at all.
No.
I think it's just...
No.
And especially with the continue option, it's kind of like, all right, well, now I know this is here, now I know this is here. I would say the only real part is just not blowing your money.
Yeah. You have to be you have to be a little bit careful, or else you have to really just kind of spend the money on the key items right away instead of using it on life, and then so that you are guaranteed that you'll be able to get all of the items that you want. Although, like we saw, there are certain items like the feather and the jump shoes, you don't need those.
No.
You don't need them at any point. Yeah,
and I suppose really you don't need the sword either. I mean, it'd be hard without it, but I'm saying
it would be super hard, but technically you don't, because as you get more of the bubbles that you're collecting, or the orbs, the orbs, your strength naturally goes up. Yeah. So the sword only enhances it up to that point, but by the time you get the 7th orb, you're at full power.
Right.
So,
and it's I think the game's forgiving enough to where yes, there's no frames of invincibility, and that can make it frustrating. Controls are kind of hard to get used to. But enemies drop a fair amount of life, I would say. Yeah, it's varied.
Well, and at times they dropped a lot, and then other times they were super stingy.
Yeah.
So I think it was it's a kind of a crapshoot type of situation.
Yeah. I suppose that would defeat the purpose of searching around for money if the enemies dropped money too. But
no, it just makes it more so imperative that you search around the rooms for the money and for the other stuff, because inadvertently, while you're searching around for money, you're going to find the honeycombs. You're going to find the Hudson bee. You're going to find the music boxes, maybe.
Yeah.
Because those you actually have to hit, like, a block in order
and that's
to
just
find
extra money. That's not even necessary. So you really don't even need the music boxes.
No, you don't, but they definitely help.
Yeah, it expedites the process.
It definitely does.
Yeah.
Definitely does.
So yeah, it's definitely middle of the road.
I feel like a lot of people may say that this game is difficult, and it's the same syndrome that people will put Battletoads on, like, the hardest games of all time lists, because they get to the hover bike level.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they think, okay, I can't beat this. This is the hardest game that's ever been made. I mean, granted, they're right, because it only gets harder from there.
Battletoads is rough.
I have a question, because you're already on. Well, go ahead. Sorry.
No, but I was going to say that this game is one where I could see people thinking that it's super hard because, one, it's cryptic. They don't know where the stuff is. Two, they're shooting around just a little bit, realize that they don't have temporary invincibility, and they're dying super fast. Mm-hmm. And up until that point where you get the first orb, you don't have a continue.
Right.
So therefore, people are like, oh my god, this is the hardest game I've ever played, because they're only at the first leg and haven't really kind of dived farther into the game.
Yeah.
So my question is also, how much of the, I should say, like, in the more recent years, is the difficulty of this puffed up because of stuff like Angry Video Game Nerd, like he did with Silver Surfer, like he did with, like, other stuff?
Oh,
how much of it is him playing up that persona, giving these games that sort of review, influencing the mass of, this game is difficult?
Yeah. Let's say, did AVGN do one on Milon Secret
10 years
Castle?
ago.
I think he did, yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that doesn't help it.
So,
No,
like, you the people that watch him that I've never heard of it, that all of a sudden now it has that reputation of being a hard game, or they watch someone else play it on YouTube, and they say it's a hard game, so now it's got that reputation, so everyone they talk to about the game is, oh, it's hard, it's shit, and that reputation keeps going.
Yeah. Kind of like how we thought Zombie Nation was super hard.
Yeah.
But realistically, when we looked at it, that game was
super easy.
Super easy.
Like,
I mean, we gave that
how much
free.
Is that?
Yeah, that was totally
so how
free.
much is that external influence giving on people saying this?
Oh,
is
very
hard?
much so. It's the same reason why people think that all LJN games are trash, and that LJN was the most terrible developer of all time. It's
That's
like
AVGN.
they were never a developer. If anything, they were at fault for not checking their developers.
Yeah.
But they just wanted to make money. LJN had nothing to do with the crap that came out of some of the games.
That's true.
Well, I mean, they do in the sense that they chose to actually publish it.
No Q&A.
But at the same time, though, because of that overarching belief, you have games like A Nightmare on Elm Street that people don't realize are fucking gems.
It's a good game.
That's a great game, but nobody talks about it.
No. That's because you have the glut of, like, Friday the 13th.
You've got the Friday the 13th. You've got the Back to the Futures. You've got all those other crappy LJN games that it's like, what the hell is this? No, it wasn't Karate Kid.
Was Terminator?
No,
that wasn't LJN. That was just straight up Bethesda.
That was Bethesda, and I want to say even Radical had a part in that.
Acclaim? No, it could have been Radical. It could have been Radical.
Yeah. I think it was Radical and Bethesda.
Because Radical was also
Rocky and
Bullwinkle and Friends.
Radical was also, I want to say, Wayne's World.
Yeah,
Radical is probably the worst video game developer of all time. Like, as far as Nintendo games go,
absolutely,
they were the worst. Nobody ever talks about Radical because all of the games, like, half the people probably haven't even played a Radical game or didn't know that they were playing a Radical game.
Was Bill and Ted?
No, that was Beam, I think.
It's Beam. Mindscape, and Radical, and Bethesda.
Okay. Oh, Mindscape published it, yes. Because it had the wavy
So the
things.
developer was Radical.
Yes.
And Radical's trash.
Bethesda had a hand in that one too, though.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, all right, yes. But honestly, I agree.
But yeah,
I think it's puff difficulty. This game really is not that difficult. It wasn't hard even when you died to get back to where you were.
No, honestly, it wasn't. And to be quite honest, and I was not expecting this at all, the fact that the Mary Poppins, whenever you kill each one of them, I know. Whenever you kill each one of them, they don't come back when you continue.
No.
I was not expecting that at all.
No, yeah, I was expecting it to be a
As
constant...
you start all over again.
Yeah.
It's not like the bosses when like the Redactyl, it's
where
not
you got
like
the crystal and they're gone.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's not like if I shot him 10 times and I died, it's like, okay, I continue and those 10 shots still apply. That didn't happen.
No.
So why did that with those fake ones?
It was almost kind of forgiving in a fact that when you continue, it's almost like it continues that point.
Yeah.
Like anything you would have gotten in a room would still be like you didn't have to do the room over.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if you picked up a few bucks and then died and continued, those few bucks you got were still yours.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like it's super forgiving. Mm-hmm. So like that, it's definitely 5.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we'll move on to fun. What will you give this for a fun?
So this game is such an anomaly because honestly,
I like it.
I had such a frustrating time, but at the same time, there are so many different aspects of this game that I absolutely love. Yeah.
There were aspects I loved, but overall the game was frustrating.
It was. It honestly was. The controls definitely detracted from it. The music was really not the greatest. But then again, 87, I'll give them a little bit of a pass because obviously still learning the software. They had just really gotten into it with Adventure Island, and now they just gave us Milon Secret Castle. But the levels were interesting.
They all felt unique.
They did.
Yeah.
I love the design. I love the colors. Honest to God, this game really felt like a Legacy of the Wizard to me, and I love Legacy of the Wizard.
It really did. It felt like a Legacy of the Wizard. It had so many elements of other games that, granted, weren't out at the time that this came out. But
not even Legacy of the Wizard.
No, but it had a lot of really, really good, and I know you made fun of me, like ambitious ideas.
No, it did.
It really
honestly did. This honestly felt like a Metroidvania before it was really an established genre of video game. Is basically you get these items, and this is something that actually why I ended up really loving DuckTales 2 is because that game did that too, where you would get certain items at the end of certain levels, which would then cause you to have to go back because was secret stuff.
You would get the cane upgrades.
Exactly. There was secret stuff in past levels that you can then get because it's now unlocked because of the tools that you have.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was really cool. I honestly thought that the bonus, even though the bonus was the same every single time, it was clever because the music kept building onto it. Every time you got another bonus, it would just add on to the music and it would just sound better and better. And I'm just like, that's such a nice touch.
It's such a small touch that, but it's that attention to detail that's kind of very interesting, and it gives it a point.
Yeah.
But obviously its shortcomings is your controls. The fact that you have like a momentum.
Yeah.
His jumping, just the way he handles the music, you said. Graphics for 87 aren't terrible.
They're not bad.
I actually don't mind them.
No, they're not bad at all.
It's never like we were like, what is that? Like everything, you could still tell what everything was. I love the exploration aspect, as we've mentioned.
Yeah.
I mean, I would go, I would almost say a 6.
I was gonna say I'm leaning towards a 5, maybe even a 6 too.
But
it's definitely, I think it
warrants a play.
It does. It deserves to be played.
I'm gonna go 6. I think I'm gonna stick to a 6 because it's like I said, I loved Metroid growing up, and this feels like you said, it's like a Metroid. It's like a Legacy of the Wizard. It's all those great things, which is why I even liked Faria so much, was because it took elements of games that I had known and it kind of put them together in a way that sure wasn't the greatest presentation, but it still was fun.
Mm-hmm.
As a kid, I would have fucking adored this game.
Yeah,
I really would.
I probably would have as well.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go 6 for fun.
The only, and I'll talk this through. Maybe you will, because I was originally aiming towards a 5, because the game does get extremely frustrating, where the controls obviously are a pain in the butt, but when you have things like
no frames of
invincibility, where when you are trying to farm for hearts and you are losing 2 to 3 hearts on one enemy within 1 second or 2 seconds, because, and this was evident with the bats that you didn't actually see when I was playing before, is that the bats, because of their trajectory, it's like for every 1 heart I collect, I was losing like 3 or 4. And it's like, and it was just one bat. I would get like 2 hearts, and then one bat would just come and literally wipe out all of my progress that I had gotten. So I mean,
because of his parabolic pattern.
Yes. Wow, you and that vocabulary.
Thank you.
That is...
They were basically vertical Medusas.
Yes. Yes, they were.
Yeah.
They really were. And honestly, even though you don't get knocked back, you get knocked up, and
you can't shoot.
And you can't shoot. You have no temporary invincibility. You can't shoot, so you can't defend yourself. So you are literally at the mercy of this juggle until the game decides that, yep, you've had enough and it's time to stop. So, I mean, it gets super frustrating.
Yeah.
Some of the boss battles were so ungodly hard, and they shouldn't have been, but it was because of that mechanic. Where there were certain times where the enemies would just catch you in that loop, and you would literally lose half of your life bar in just one attack because there was nothing you could have done about it.
Oh, yeah. Especially if you're not getting all the honeycombs and they're taking off 2 to 3 pegs a shot. Yeah, you die quick.
To be quite honest, I'm surprised that that Malo wasn't giving you, like, he wasn't taking off 4 pegs of life.
Yeah, like that final boss did a lot less damage than some of the other guys.
The skeleton took off 3 pegs per hit, and I honestly thought that it was just going to keep going up. And he only took off the 1 peg every time he hit you with his whatever, his fireballs.
Yeah.
So I was not expecting that, but honestly, the exploration, the fact that it's a castle, just like in Legacy of the Wizard, there honestly is a lot to love about this game.
It's got a charm about it.
Milon is cute. He's adorable.
Yeah.
I love the shopkeepers, like the inns and stuff like that you can find, and all the hidden stuff.
It's like Kid Icarus. That was another one that this reminds me of. Icarus.
I love the exploration of it. I don't think that this game punishes you by how hard it is to find things. I think it's actually very doable.
Yeah, it's honestly not hard to find stuff.
No.
It's not as hard as it seems.
No, they don't make it hard at all.
It's not like Mario Brothers where there's just hidden blocks you have to hit with your head.
It's not like Legacy of the Wizard where you have to shoot
just jump through blocks.
That, or you have to shoot at like the bottom or the corners of screens because there may be a block that can be destroyed. You don't know that. I think there's only 2 blocks that are off screen that will take you off screen. There's one that I didn't find that actually is like, it was that one that we found the first time we played, where it's like you get to choose either money or power. And I was like, oh god, you're gonna choose the money, obviously, because the power you can always just get more hearts. Yeah. So, but there's only 2 that I know of where it would have taken you off screen. So I mean, nothing is overtly difficult. So honestly, I will echo that sentiment. I think I'm gonna give it a 6. Yeah. I think this game is definitely, it to me is one of those games that I discovered through playing this, that I honestly do like this game.
It's Legacy of the Wizard Light.
Yeah.
Basically, because honestly, this is a game, as a kid, we would have been able to progress. Legacy of the Wizard, not a clue.
Not a clue.
Not one single crown. Not crown 1 when I was a kid.
As a kid, I never found a single crown.
But I think as a kid, I could have gotten maybe 3 crystals in before I just kind of stopped figuring out what, or I couldn't figure out what to do. Yeah. So like honestly, that's why I kind of give it a 6 over a 5. This game is
and I think that's why I will elevate it to a 6, is because this game is very playable. Yeah. It leads you into wanting to play more.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I really did.
Yeah.
All right, so that's 5 for difficulty, 6 for fun. Paul, what did you pay for Milon's Secret Castle?
So I want to say that this was a game that I bought. So the box and the instruction booklet I got at a separate time. But the game itself, Milon Secret Castle, I bought the cart at 7 Mile Fair years ago, and I believe I paid $5 for it.
Wow.
So it was actually, it was on the pricier side at the time of games that I paid for.
Well, as of this video on PriceCharting.com, it hasn't moved much. $6.30.
It doesn't surprise me. The game
Although you got it complete.
Yeah.
So
the game is not
5 is a little.
No. He said,
I'm sorry.
He said he got the box.
Well, I bought the box and and I got the instruction booklet, but probably ended up paying like maybe, in essence, about maybe $1 for both of these. So yeah, so $6 complete. Yeah.
Okay. So honestly, it's just moved to $6 for the cart.
Okay.
I would definitely recommend this as a play if you're a fan of that kind of genre.
This game is not hard to find at all.
No.
And you will find a lot of copies of it. But honestly, it's definitely worth it.
I think it's worth a shot.
Definitely worth playing. Just try it. Yes, it's going to be frustrating. Get past that initial frustration and just give it a good 30 minutes to an hour. And if you don't like it then absolutely it's just not for you. But honestly, this game is, I think it's underrated. I think people
so too.
Unfairly give it a lot of hate. It may deserve a little bit of it, but it doesn't deserve all of it.
Yeah, it definitely has a little bit of stigma to it, and it is a little deserved.
Yeah.
But I think it's kind of a hidden gem. I think it is.
Yeah.
Because it's like the more I've watched, or the more, because I played it a little bit too, and the more we played it, I kind of grew to like it.
Yeah.
I really did. I like that you can attack at 2 different angles. Mm-hmm. That's something this era of games did not allow.
I hate that you couldn't attack straight on,
ahead.
You know?
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Even in the instruction booklet,
it shows him shooting in 3 directions.
Shows 3 directions, yeah. But they must have taken out that straight direction.
Or the art was made by someone who had no idea what the game was.
And that could be.
Yeah.
So
that does it.
Yeah.
So hit us up on Facebook.
Hit us up on Twitter.
Go to PowerTripGaming.tv. It takes you directly to this channel where you can watch all of our other videos as we tackle the NES library.
Yes. And you can follow us on... I completely just ballsed it up. So, you can go to iTunes and Stitcher and check out the PTG Powercast. You can listen to our podcasts. Yeah,
yes, you can.
I'm out of it.
Yes. If you don't feel like contacting us on Facebook or Twitter, you can always send us an email at nespowertrip@gmail.com.
Yes, you can.
Boom. In the bank.
That is in the bank.
So, next time on Power Trip,
we'll play something better.
I hope so.
This was distracting me. This can is upside down.
Oh my god, it is!
I've never noticed. I've never seen that before.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's completely upside down.
Huh. It's on all of them that way, too.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Because that one's upside down,
Oh my god, it is! How did I not notice it the first time?
Wow.
Oh my god!
Because you're probably a little too wasted to even notice.
No, I'm not that bad.
That's weird.
That is weird. Why would you do that?
Oh my god.
They expired, what, yesterday?
In December. Enjoy by December 30th, 2020.
It's a beer. It's okay. Do your rap.
Gross.